Recently in the MVP fan page group on Facebook, I've seen the question asked a couple of times, what is MVP's most overstable mid-range? And I have it right here. It's the MVP Deflector. You're watching Flippy James Disc Golf. My name is James. Happy you're here. So I just picked this up about 20 minutes ago. I've only thrown a deflector one other time, and that was in Salt Lake City, which I was at elevation. It was a brick, just absolute dump truck, and went straight to the ground. So I never thought I really needed one, but since the question's been asked, I know a lot of people are looking at MVP from Discmania now, especially since Eagle is now on the team too. So I picked up this Discmania Mutant, which I've really never thrown either of these before, since this was like one time and this was never. We got a few open holes here on this course and a few wood shots I think are gonna be perfect to show how you could use both of these discs, but also just to show how overstable they are, at least how overstable I'm expecting they are. We got 276 feet. I'm gonna go with the deflector first. I hope I can get these there. Oh my goodness, no way! I knew it was gonna be overstable, but I didn't think it was gonna be a little baby tilt. I guess if we're talking about tilt, it'd be Discmania, the Mutant. Oh my goodness. That was insane. I don't know if some of these holes are gonna be good for that disc now. Wow. Let's try the Mutant. Okay. They're pretty similar. This is an Axiom Pyro, which I'll tell you the numbers of all these here in a minute, but I was wanting to see if this had like any comparison. Not at all, but I'm gonna throw this at least once just so you can see. Okay, I said not at all, but it just has way more glide. Definitely overstable. Today when I was coming to make this video, a guy named Shane posted in that group saying that he wanted to use the deflector as a replacement for his harp. I don't think that's gonna be the case for you, but this Entropy might be. Never thrown one of these either. I literally just bought this an hour ago, and I'm gonna do a full review with this and another disc today, but that video will be out next week. But to help maybe answer your question now, I'm gonna throw the Entropy 2, first throw ever with one of these. Oh my gosh, that thing's overstable. Oh no, I just smoked some concrete with it. Okay, these things are ridiculous. I might go to another course and shoot the rest of this video there because they're probably like way more of a utility disc than I originally thought. 156 feet, gonna put both of these on a forehand. I brought another disc just in case the Pyro wasn't close enough. I brought the Zone OS. I think that's what these two are gonna be like more in comparison than a Pyro. Let's throw the Zone OS first, just for fun. We're gonna go Mutant first this time. Now just die. Oh wow. That deflector might have a bit more like nosedive. I'm not sure. We'll put them to the test. Okay, I'm gonna throw all these one more time, put them all on Anheuser, and then after this hole, we will just compare the deflector versus the Mutant. Deflector first. This hole is 232. I think it's closer to hole 1's distance though. I don't think it's 232. Stay short so we don't smoke the rocks. Oh wow, that's right in front of the basket. I like that. Mutant, double stamp, misprint, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I let that come out early. That slipped. Here's the Pyro. You're gonna be able to really see that it has more glide, but it's still got a lot of fight in it. Holding it, coming back. That one's been in my bag a minute, so kind of beat in. Entropy. That one is too. That was a bit more nose up though. Oh, go in. Whoo, about 10 short. And why not, one more time, Zone OS. Oh. Next hole. All right, so the numbers for the deflector are 5, 3.504. The Mutant is 5304. I don't know where that 3.5 comes in at. I think it's just I think it's a 2. It's so overstable. I was really not expecting that. I think I mentioned earlier, this is the 2023 OTB Open. This is the Proton Soft plastic. And I believe I also read in the group that this was the most overstable run ever, but I don't expect like the Neutron one to be like any less overstable. We're probably not going to notice that. We're being like, I can't throw 500 feet. We're. The Mutant, this is, I don't know their plastic names very well. I think this is Neo. If I'm wrong, let me know. This one was made in Sweden. 180 grams for the Mutant, and I can't see. I think this is 177 for the deflector. I'm gonna play a few more holes and then talk about the shape and the feel of both of these because they are a little different. First reason why you might want to get something this overstable. This is the, I don't want to go down the hill on the left hole, and I'm also okay if it comes up a bit short hole. Not that short. That's like 5 feet short of pin high. They're pretty similar. This is the, I need to work on my touchy throws, so I'd rather just throw a Spy-Kaiser shot since there's water long of the basket on this 160-foot downhill shot. Deflector first. Oh, that parked, it bounced off a branch, went right at the basket. Oh, that was close. I also understand that's not the best angle, but this is one of the hardest holes to capture on the course. Deflector went a little bit longer than I expected for this hole. I thought it would have like cut in faster, but I did hang it out quite wide. The Mutant, even if it wouldn't hit that branch, it would have been good. Shout out to Josh. I told him I was gonna make this video and I was asking him about Mutants because he loves them. And he was like, hey, I got an extra one, it's brand new if you wanna use it so you don't have to buy one for your video. So thanks, Josh. I paid for this one though. And I know these are kind of hard to find, but I know somebody who's a retailer and has got them in stock. So if you want to know, hit me up on Instagram. This one's 172 feet. It's really just like, I need to make it through that gap shot. And also I just walked down this hill. Why not throw this whole shot? Got a lot of unique shots here today. Mutant first. There we go. That wasn't the gap. Do I think both of those would have fought out if it was flat ground and those trees weren't there? Yes. Is that the right disc to throw for this hole? Absolutely not. All right, so feel. I'm gonna talk a little bit about this soft Proton because I think they'll come out in these like a stock run eventually. It's flexible, it feels really good. The first time I held soft Neutron, I wasn't sure if I liked it. In the heat, it was like, I put my thumb on it and it bended a lot more. And I think for me, soft Neutron's gonna depend on the disc itself, if I'm gonna enjoy it or not. It's grippy, it's a little flexible, but it's not like floppy. I dig it in the deflector, for sure. There's no sharp edges, there's nothing that's like flashing on it. It feels very comfortable. Yeah, like all the edges, they're slightly rounded, which is the exact opposite of the Mutant. On Discmania's website, I think it says like, we plan to make a disc with absolutely 0 round edges, and they pretty much nailed it. Like flat top, the shoulder's flat, the rest of it's flat, this part's flat, the whole damn thing is flat. But at the same time, it's not sharp. Like there's no flashing on this either, but it does feel, it feels a little bit more jagged, but not sharp. If you've thrown a Mutant, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you can help me out. All right, we're gonna play 3 more holes. We're gonna play this one and then 2 woodsy shots, maybe 4 actually, depending on where a basket's at. And then we're gonna wrap this up, and then I'm gonna tell you which one I think you should pick. We'll go Mutant first. I throw a zone here normally. You also have to watch out because right where the wood line is, past the basket, downhill into a creek. I'm really wanting to make these in, by the way. Got to go around that tree a little bit higher. Okay, let's do it. Oh no! That is something about overstable discs. Like when they hit, they bounce too. Like, wow. So I don't think my forehand is horrible. I know that I wobble in my forehand, which is really annoying because I've worked on trying to get it out and it's just very tough for me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But if you don't have a forehand and you just can't figure it out, an overstable disc can be a lifesaver because it's always going to fight back. Because the problem most people have with forehands is they burn stuff over, they roll their wrist, and it goes left. And it's really not the best thing to do, overcorrect it with the disc if you're trying to get better. Like, go grab a mid that's straight and try and work throwing forehands with that. That's the best case scenario. But I also know, like, some people just want to get out, play disc golf, and have fun. And if that's you and you're not trying to drastically improve your game, don't let anybody tell you shouldn't, because overstable disc forehand, they, like, you know they're coming back. Like, it makes you smile sometimes. So if you're just wanting to have fun, do your thing, man. But if you want to get better, I wouldn't lean on it. This hole is 192 feet. There is the creek right here, so you don't want to hit a tree or let it skip right too hard. Oh, like this, son of a... It's safe, we're good. We're still on ground. I thought it was gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's so muddy. Ah! I don't know why I'm like not wanting to put it on a lot of anhyzer when I just said, you know they're gonna fight back. Why am I throwing this disc here? I'm gonna take a different route. You're not gonna get to see the first part of the flight. You're gonna get to see it come back. Okay, I hit a limb. I'm keeping this in here for the info I gave you on this hole, not for the throws. Maybe the comedy, I don't know. So I was gonna play 2 more holes, one being this one that goes across this creek here that I'm crossing, but we had a lot of, I thought I saw a disc. We had a lot of rain recently, and it's possible I hit a tree and then it goes in this water, and I don't want that to happen because it's murky and it's kind of gross. So we're skipping it. We're going to a shorter backhand shot that I think would be way more fun, and gonna do some ace runs. Gonna give it a couple different shots at it. Gonna take this catch cam and throw it on top of the basket as well. On that shot though, with the deflector on that last hole, as it's in the air, like, I know it's possible that it's gonna skip and go in the water. And it's always at that moment, like anytime that happens, I'm like, why didn't you buy a disc retriever yet? It would have been worth it right there if I would have lost that deflector, especially in that run. I think overstable discs are a ton of fun. Flippy discs are fun. Man, I just absolutely love disc golf. I'm so happy that I found this sport, and I'm so happy that people want to watch YouTube videos of disc golf too, because I have so much fun making them, and the community that's being built here is a lot of fun too. Like, aside from disc golf nowadays, like, I don't really do a whole lot or talk to a bunch of people, and so I don't know. Lately I've been feeling like I'm right where I'm meant to be, and I want to thank you all here for watching the content and supporting the channel. Quality-wise, this always doesn't turn out the best, but I think it's a very unique angle, and I like having it in here. The only scary part is I don't think I'm hitting the camera today. There's too much stuff in the way. Okay, we're doing 3 shots with each of these. This one, you got to go like around these trees and then a dumpy fade to the left. There's other options for sure, like just a simple, like slightly overstable putter. I've actually been flipping up an uplink and letting it like turn over. And so there's options, but it'd be cool to get an ace on camera with these. YouTube redo. I actually don't think I have to flex it. I think I can just throw it flat at not the Y tree that's kind of in the middle, like the 2 to the right of it. I think that's the plan. What? We're not counting that. Yeah, look at this. Is this great? Oh my gosh, it's great! Deflector gets another chance too. Both of them hit that same tree. It might happen. It might happen, dog. Skipping? I'll take that. I wonder how close that was. Once I realized I didn't need to put anhyzer on it, that flight for the Mutant was exactly how I wanted it to go. Now, where did it go? Okay, not too far. Like in a round, if we're here, we can putt from here. I keep the Zone OS in a side pocket, like just for fun, but the Deflector and even the Mutant feels better in my hand because they're not as deep. And so Zone OS is probably gonna get put to the side, and I'm gonna put this in there just to have something stupid overstable for fun. Okay, Zone OS getting put into the mix. Let's see, let's throw it first. Because if it's just garbage, we won't do it again. We get 2 more with each of those. Okay, this would work too. Why haven't I been doing that? Oh, that almost bounced in as well. That's why I should have been thrown here this whole time. Deflector. Round the tree. Okay. Mutant, you did it once. You can do it again. Oh, that was so close as well. Is it just the disc or is it just like I'm making the correction? I don't know. I do not know. Hey, the Zone OS was close enough. I think we should put it in the mix again for the last shot for each of these. Mutant probably went long, back into the woods again. The Deflector stamp, man, this is so cool. Who made this one? Does anybody know? All right, last chance. Wish me luck. Zone OS is going first again. I don't have to throw these as hard. I think that's one thing I've noticed with the Mutant. I just made sure I did the motion right, but the other two I threw them a bit harder. I'm just holding on to that one. Yeah, the Zone OS is deeper. Mutant before the Deflector this time. Yeah, I pulled that one too. All right, last chance. Do I kiss you for good luck? You beautiful monster. So the Deflector has like a monster, I don't know what it is, with all these arrows deflecting off of it. Very clever. Oh my goodness. That would have been awesome. All right, let's go back to the pavilion and wrap this up. And I'm gonna let you know which one of these two I think is for you. All right, so to Shane, the one who posted the photo, if you're looking for the Deflector to replace your harp, it is not gonna do that. Now, for the Deflector and the Mutant, if you're coming from Discmania and you throw the Mutant already and you're looking to try out some MVP, the Deflector's it. Like, they're very similar in flights, like almost identical. Feel-wise, it was really hard for me to think of how to describe this. This is just jagged. It's not like blocky, but jagged, but not sharp. Yeah, tough one for me to describe. The Deflector, this one's smooth. They're both like the same height, I would say. If anything, the Deflector might be a little bit more shallow. Both got very flat tops. Almost all MVP does anyways. But yeah, they stupid overstable, a lot of fun. If you're looking for something that's like going to hold up in any headwind, these are it. For the which one I think you should get part, I think it's gonna be all depending on the feel. If you don't mind a jagged feel, this is great, especially if you like Discmania. If you want something that's more smooth in your hand, this is the one you're gonna wanna go with. Now, if you're looking for something that has overstability that you can trust, but maybe a little bit more glide and more push, go farther, the Pyro is what you wanna find. I absolutely love the Pyro. It's my favorite overstable mid that I've thrown. I haven't thrown a whole lot, but out of the 3 to 5 that I have, that's my choice. There's really not much more to say about these two. I liked throwing them. I'm gonna keep this in my bag instead of the Zone OS for a little bit. I don't really think I'm gonna lean on it a whole lot, but you never know, and it's fun to have for a shot, especially on that last hole. I think I'll throw this on that last hole next time I play it. So if this video helped you decide if where'd they go? If the Deflector or the Mutant is for you, please give it a like, subscribe, join the Flippy fam so you don't miss out on the next one, and we'll see you when that's posted. If it's already posted by now, I'll leave it in an end card for you to watch. And then if not, here's another video. Thanks for being here.